Jaire Alexander meeting with reporters yesterday, walked up and said the best corner in the league has entered the chat. And he always has been very chatty, very loquacious, very entertaining. He may have taken a little too far last year when he decided to make himself a team captain. Remember that?
Yeah.
Made himself a team captain, went out, nearly screwed up the coin toss and put the Packers in position where they would have had to kick off to start both halves of the game, got suspended for conduct detrimental to the team. That was Jaire Alexander's experience last year. He's been the highest paid corner in the NFL for a while, but man, the production hasn't been there and the team attitude hasn't been there.
No, I think that's right. Team attitude, how to deal with some injuries, right, to where he hasn't been able to play during important parts of the season, or maybe not been 100% towards the end of the year when they needed him in big games. But, damn, when he's healthy, he is one of the best corners in football. There's no doubt about that. It's awesome. You love the personality. It's cool to see him come to a part of his career where he's maturing and going, wait, it's time to win some games, get to a Super Bowl, do that type of stuff, right? Lead the team that way. And I think that can, that happens with players. You get up there in age. He's made some money now, so there's not the worry of that. And you start to think, like we talked about the other day, a little of like legacy. And damn, nobody's going to remember me unless I start winning a Super Bowl or getting some of these games and make some big plays and some big moments. And hopefully that's, he's come to realize that.
We also talk from time to time about the importance of having someone close to you who can say things to you and get messages through to you that will make a difference. We've talked about that in the context of Tom Brady, that he apparently doesn't have anyone who would say, maybe you shouldn't do the roast. Maybe Jaire Alexander has somebody who said, maybe you should shed some of these ways that put focus on you and focus your efforts instead on being the best teammate you can be. Apparently it's working. Here's both Alexander and head coach Matt LaFleur, the guy who suspended Alexander last year, talking about his presence at OTAs, and then LaFleur talking about what he's seen so far from Alexander.
Oh man, I'm super motivated. I feel like every offseason always a fresh start to do better and get better. So that's why I'm here. I think that like I said, just going into year 7, at this point is I'm trying not to make as much about myself and just do what's best for the team.
Outstanding. Just, again, he's been here every day, shows up, great attitude, eager to learn, is out there competing with the guys, talking trash, which I love, because I love just amping up that level of competition in a fun way. He's never demeaning. I think he's been a great teammate and been a great leader for us.
Again, there's a huge difference between seeing the words in writing and seeing the delivery, because the way he put out that I'm trying to make it less about myself and more about the team, there was a very muted, I don't know whether it was reluctant, whether he's saying what he thinks he needs to say, whether he's putting on this affect of I've been humbled by something or someone, but somebody's worked on him. Somebody's worked on him to knock it off and to focus on being a better team player. Maybe it's Matt LaFleur. Maybe it's Brian Gutekunst. Maybe it goes all the way up to Mark Murphy. But someone has gotten to Jaire Alexander. Now, I don't know how much he really is on board with it, but he's saying it. And it's kind of like the kid that got in trouble in school. That's how he kind of came off. And he knows he got in trouble, and he knows there's going to be more trouble if he doesn't do what he's expected to do.
Yeah, I almost looked at it like he was almost having a come-to moment right there. Basically kind of bearing his heart and his feelings a little bit to the media for the first time, to go, it was his way of going, man, maybe I have been a little selfish or me. And I'm going to change that. I feel like that's where the humbleness or the quiet nature of it came about. Almost like, hey, admitting I've been thinking about me a lot, and I'm going to change that way. It's great to hear. It's great to hear. And like we always talk about, right? DBs, they can be the life source of a football team, right? I've told you, my buddy Dwight Smith down there in Tampa, who I was close with, the 2 pick
Should
sixes.
have been the MVP at Super Bowl
Right.
37.
We had guys like, of course, Rondé Barber and all that, right? But DBs can be, and this is where we always get into like psychos in a good way, right? They can be that guy that kind of raises everybody up. Hey, he talks crap to the wide receiver. Hey, quarterback, you don't want to throw over here. You're scared, right? And it gets the whole practice better. Everybody kind of goes, wait, the hell with this guy. And it just kind of increases the energy. Everybody's enjoying it more, and everybody, kind of ups their level of play like Matt LaFleur talked about. And I think that's where, hopefully he's realizing he can really have an effect on the team that way. And those young receivers they got. And, hey, damn, they got another corner on the edge on the other side, and Stokes, who's a first-rounder who's yet to really play or establish himself as a main presence there. So you'd love for him to kind of show that guy the way, too. A lot of positives there. Green Bay, man, I mean, they're one of those teams. It's like, I know we talked about it. Watch out. They're ready. The window's open. Here we go.
Something got Alexander to show up for OTAs other than money. He's got a $700,000 annual workout bonus. Last year, he forfeited it.
Damn.
He didn't show up.
Damn.
This year he's there
Got
making
that Florio money. You just said
Usually the
money.
money's. Hey man, let me tell you something. I would show up for $700K.
I know you
I've
would.
shown up for a lot less than that.
Yeah,
I'd show up for free donuts. All right.
Yeah, I got you.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.